France is the second largest economy in the European Union after Germany. With a per capita income of over 44,000 US dollars, it is one of the richer countries in the world. Its most important trading partner is Germany. Typical of the French economy is the great influence of the state. The government expenditure makes up 60% of the GDP, which is the highest value in the EU. Although agriculture only accounts for around 2% of economic output, it is still an important economic sector and the country is the largest agricultural producer in the EU. France is a leader in wheat, sugar beet, mainly in the north, corn, particularly in the southwest, grapes, and wine. The country is the second largest wine producer in the world after Italy, and there are numerous wine-growing regions almost all over the country. Milk and dairy products. Cheese is a cornerstone of French culture, and animal husbandry, particularly beef, with chicken and pig farming heavily concentrated in Brittany. Numerous types of fruit and vegetables are also grown. Other special features include fragrant flowers such as lavender in Provence and rice in the Camargue. Industry accounts for just under a fifth of economic output, while services now generate over 3/4 of GDP. Some regions have a strong concentration of industrial production, with Greater Paris playing a central role in dominating an economic area that extends to Le Havre, France's second largest port. Lyon and Marseille are also important economic centers. The Mediterranean metropolis is home to France's largest container port. The traditional industrial regions in the north and east, which were dominated by the coal and steel industry, coal mining, iron and steel production, and the textile industry respectively, have undergone profound structural change, similar to the Ruhr region in Germany. The most important sectors of French industry include automotive engineering, aerospace. Toulouse is one of the world's leading centers in this sector, military industry, chemicals and pharmaceuticals, food, electronics and electrical engineering, as well as the nuclear industry. It should be mentioned here that France covers around 2/3 of its electricity requirements with nuclear power. Last but not least, French companies are also world leaders in the cosmetics and luxury goods sector. In terms of services, the banking and financial sector, Paris is home to the stock exchange and one of the most important financial centers in Europe. Insurance, trade, including retail, tourism, transport, and the cultural and creative industries can be listed. France's media landscape is heavily concentrated in Paris. With 89 million international tourists in 2018, France was the most visited country in the world. Paris is by far the leading destination for city tourism and is also one of the most visited cities in the world. Culturally motivated tourism also takes place in regions such as Loire Valley with its castles, Périgord, Provence, and Alsace. Seaside tourism plays a major role on the country's coasts, with the Mediterranean coast, the Atlantic coast, and the regions of Brittany and Normandy being particularly important. Important centers are Nice and the entire Côte d'Azur and Biarritz. Winter sports are practiced in the mountains, especially in the Alps, for example in Chamonix, Val d'Isère, or l'Alpe d'Huez. Finally, Lourdes is the most important destination for religious tourism. The two major Paris airports have by far the highest passenger volumes in France. Charles de Gaulle Airport is one of the most important hubs in Europe. It is followed by Nice and Lyon. The French high-speed rail network with the TGV connects the capital in particular with the country's largest cities. A new line to Toulouse and a new connection between Lyon and Turin, Italy, are currently under construction. It is clearly visible that the French economy is strongly oriented towards the capital and its region. Of the 40 companies listed on the French leading index CAC 40, 33 are based in the Paris metropolitan area and the rest, with the exception of Michelin, are based abroad. This fact has a strong impact on the economic power of the region, which accounts for around 30% of French economic output. Île-de-France's per capita income was the highest in France in 2020, at over 57,000 euros. The second place region is Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes with around 33,000 euros. The economically weakest region in the European part of France is Corsica, with just 25,000 euros. The overseas territories are even lower. And that concludes the overview of France's economy. In a future episode, the focus will be on the overseas territories. Thanks for watching. Until next time.